Hi guys, my name is Raisa. Welcome back to my weekly readings. I trust you guys had a good week last week and are gearing up for the up and coming week. Already in October, September flew by. It was so disruptive, so much energy, so much purging, cleansing, activities that nature pretty much showed us that we are pretty insignificant by ourselves. The I am, we are extremely insignificant when we're dealing with nature, when we are dealing with the forces at large. It seemed to have been attacking us from every corner of the planet. I do believe. If you don't know this, you can research it on the internet. You can see how it seemed like every corner of the planet was either having earthquakes, fires, floods, hurricanes, disruptions, disasters that were purging. I do believe the planet is purging, and this is on a global level and it's on an unconscious level. We really, really need to work on prayer. We need to raise our vibrations and help the earth come back to some type of light, some type of normal situations, or normalcy I'm going to say, but I don't know if that's a word. I made it up. But you know what I mean, something that we can all kind of live with, because otherwise I don't see where this is going in a good direction. So we really do need to pull together as a race, as a human race, and pray all of the time. When you have a moment, when your mind is clear, when you're not toiling with something that keeps your thoughts engaged, you need to pray. You need to pray to the earth, pray to the powers that be, pray to the universe, pray to God, whatever God you believe in. It doesn't really matter, because it's all an energy. It's all the same God, different names, different cultures, different colors, you name it. But there's only one energy of the universe. It's universal. It's what created everything, or everything has been created. And that's what we need to worry about, because that's what we can truly not control that, and we have to raise our vibration and our consciousness. We need to know that we are part of that spirit, part of that universal energy, and we need to be grateful for the life that we have, for the planet, that we can still breathe air on and drink some of its water, eat some of its food, because we have pretty much poisoned a lot of it as a race. And when that happens in history, there has been a purging of the earth, so it cleanses and it begins over. This is how we find all of these lost generations, or lost cultures and races and times that are buried buried under tons of rock. And we're just now discovering a lot of them and wondering, wow, what happened to this race? What happened to these people? They just vanished off the face of the earth. Well, we need to take care that that doesn't happen to us again, because from what I can see from my little spot, it's not looking really good for us. Okay, so we really do need to start praying. I think prayer does go a long way with helping us raising the conscious level, and we do need to do more of it. If we could unite and do it all together at the same time, it's really helpful as well. I'm going to research this week and see if I can somehow get something going on my channel to where we have a prayer night or something, a certain time, and see if that kind of helps or starts to help us, as a group, to feel better. Again, I pulled some cards from my Master Tarot. And the messages today are pretty much following through on what's been going on. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of the cards, and then I'm going to proceed in reading some of my notes, because the message is so deep and so intricate that I could go on intuition and just say a few words, but I really want to read to you some of these things that these cards represent, so that you realize that the message is for all of us. It's very deep, And we should start practicing this, because even for our own sakes, we would be able to get past some of the situations that are coming up in our lives a little easier if we kind of connect more with the divine energy of our guides, God, our angels that are around us for support. They really do intervene when we least expect it, and in a very quick and determined way or fashion, because they can intervene in anything if you ask for help. They're there for that. But we need to believe, it's all about faith, trust, belief. And you guys are familiar with the Tarot and the major arcana, because the cards that we have today are all major arcana cards in this particular deck. Okay, the first card is the Hanged Man, or the representation of the Hanged Man. This is called the Here and Now. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. That's the 20. This is the angels blowing their horn. This is called the Apocalypse in this particular deck. The next card that we have is the number 3, which is the Empress, the Mother. And then the last card that we got is the Beloved, which this card came out last reading, I believe. And that is us trying to absorb some of this knowledge, some of this energy, and trying to be more like what we wish we could be, what we would like to be on a daily basis. More of a loving soul, more connected to the divine. Okay, the Here and Now, we will begin with the Hanged Man. As you can see here, here's an illuminated cross. But at the beginning, the sign of the cross represented death, which is what they hung poor Jesus on. The cross, once a symbol of death, now a symbol of light, eternal life, hope, grace, something that gives us something to look at, some hope, some faith that yes, things can improve. We have to have something, as a human race, we need to have something to believe in. We need to have something that gives us some type of hope, because really, some of the things out there in the world are really, really powerful, and we don't have any power as a race, or as one person at a time, or 2 or 3, or a group of people. We're really not strong enough to be able to push away some of the things that can attack us. So with faith, with prayer and hope, something to look forward to, something that we can kind of pray to, it helps us to be able to get past some of these disasters, some of these things that are happening in our lives right now that we just cannot control. This is the moment where time turns into eternity. Memories, expectations, the dreams that we have, the sequential thoughts that we constantly have, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, or whatever, of people, negative thinking, negative patterns, negative habits, they're abandoned. The wooden cross on which we lie turns into a cross of light, because we start to see things from a different perspective. We start to see our lives like, oh my goodness, we're really a speck of dirt here. We're really nothing. We have no control over the things that happen. Therefore, we need to have some type of faith, prayer, whatever it takes, to please, help us. How we each get here, it doesn't matter. How you get to the point where you realize, oh my goodness, I do need some help here. I can't do this by myself. I cannot control what's going on around me. Therefore, my life has become chaotic and a mess. I need to be more peaceful. I need to be happy. I need to be able to see that tomorrow means something to me. I need to continue. I need to keep going. I need support from the divine. Fateful events and seeing how powerless we truly are against nature, government, alien encounters. All we have is our faith. When we get to this point, it is a blessing. It's a blessing because we finally realize, oh my God, we are part of that light. We are spirit incarnate. We can ask for help. We're eternal. So no matter what happens, we're going to live again, whether it's on this planet or on another. We can incarnate again. We can continue again, maybe some other time. But we don't need to fear an ending, because the ending just doesn't truly happen to our spirit. It only happens to the body. But either way, it's a blessing. We get a glimpse of the kingdom of God because we realize, yeah, we are not alone. We have something we can pray to. We have an energy. We have angels. They can intervene for us. They can help us. They can assist us. We get a glimpse of kingdom of God, of ourselves as a soul, which is, we finally get to that realization because we must. We see ourselves as the small I, and we do. So when that happens, we transcend. We realize that we're not alone, that we do have some help. But by ourselves, we can't do what we wish we could do, like stop a storm or move something away or pick up and leave and go somewhere where it's safer. It's not safe anywhere on this planet. The entire globe is being attacked at the same time. It shows us, well, you can't run and hide under a rock. We'll just blow that rock away and catch you down there as well. So don't think you can go anywhere and hide or, shoot a rocket out to space and then a meteorite will hit you and boom, you're dust. So we really can't hide from this. We need to join together. We need to team up as a race. We cannot have this war happening on one corner, bombs on the other, and us over here worrying about getting a bigger house, a bigger car, millions, because things are millions of dollars now. How the hell do you come up, a regular person, with millions of dollars every day to live an existence, to have fun, to go party, to go traveling? There's people out there doing that, and they don't realize that there's others that could use a couple dollars to eat. They have no shelter, they have no food, they have no clothing because of a disaster that they weren't counting on and just happened to them. And we have people out there enjoying their lives. They could care less. But this purging that's happening is happening to all of us, including them. Time is short now. We cannot afford to waste it. The past and future are irrelevant. And they truly are when you look at disaster in the face or death. And you go, what? This shit doesn't even matter. It does not matter. Let us dive into the present and remain here. Remain in the present moment. The word even says it, present. It's a gift. It's a gift to stay in the present. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry too much about the future. Worry about the present moment and what you can do to make your life better and those around you. Because this is what's going to save us. This is what's going to help raise the conscious level of negativity and raise it up a little bit higher where it's more positive and more positive things happen in the earth. People start loving each other. People start giving and it helps. It does help. It helps a lot. If we can keep this moment, we can move into eternity. We can truly know what the kingdom of God is and find it within ourselves. And God is, to all of us, different. So I'm not saying, oh, the Catholic religion or this religion or that religion. No, all of us have a God. All of us believe in something. So we need to pray. The next card, the Apocalypse card, where it shows here healing, okay? This is a symbol of healing up here with angel wings on it. And then an earth that it's like a crust that's blowing apart. It's an explosion of what's happening on this planet at this time. And there's light that's being exposed from within. You know the core of the earth is fire, don't you? You do know that. But anyway, there's light that's coming out from all of this darkness that has encrusted us beneath it. The search for money, power, more, always wanting more, and always it's material, it's not spiritual. What can I take from you instead of what can I give to you? So it's crusted the earth with so much negativity that the earth has decided to wipe it out. Poof, just kind of explode away and start moving the pieces a little bit and changing everything from what it is to what it's going to become. Because it has begun. It begun way back, many years ago. It was just very subtle and very happen sap, here and there something happens. But now it's more of a global thing where things are happening like everywhere. You know, it's like a war happening to us and from everywhere. So we need to realize that. So this is the Judgment card. So time has come. The angels are blowing their horn and they're saying, are you listening to the calling? You're being called out to do something. You're all of us on this planet are being called out to do something at this time. And hopefully you're hearing the call as help for others, help for self, help for those that you love, moving closer to where they are, telling them how much they mean to you, or showing them, because sometimes conversation or words are not the same as an action that's taken to show someone that you really do care about them, regardless of what they feel about you or how they think about you. Your actions always are going to speak louder than your words. So you tell the people that you love them, you show them, you help them, you go give your time to some cause or send money because it's needed to buy clothes, send your clothes, send food, whatever it is, whatever drive you want to join up with, whatever you want to help. The animals need help as well. The poor little animals on this planet, they depend on us. You know, they want us to support them, to help them, because, you know, they don't know what's going on either. So whatever you choose to help, now is a good time to do it, even if it's just a little bit, because if everyone gives just a little bit, then it becomes a lot, because there's many of us here on this planet. Yes, we have some, but we can afford to give a couple dollars here and a couple dollars there, because so many disasters have happened at the same time that they all need help. And then there's blocks too. You know, they're blocking the aid for certain countries. It's like, what is that? Drop it with a parachute, you know? They've done that before. Whatever you can do, please try to help, because at this time we all need it, and it's going to show, because the divine energy that can assist us can see, well, they're really trying now, they're changing, there's something that's happened because they've woken up. This disaster has helped them wake up. It's a calling, and if you don't see 11:11 and 12:12 and 10:10 doesn't mean anything to you, then a hurricane will, or some guy throwing bombs on the other side of the world, that will wake you up. The sounds that we're hearing in different parts of the country, all of a sudden, a sonic boom, a boom. What the hell is that? Can you tell me what that is? There's alien sightings. I don't know if you guys believe in that or not, but the day you see a ship, you're going to say, well, now I believe. But there's many that have seen it throughout the times. It's not just now. But there's sightings, there's ships that are appearing right before disasters happen, because they already know it's coming. They already know, because some of them come from the future. Some of them come from another time where they know shit's going to hit the fan, so they're there as a warning. So you look at the signs in the sky. I think it's written in the Bible. When I come again, you will see the signs in the sky. You will see me coming from the sky. It's not going to be some guy that's walking around saying, I am Jesus. No. You're going to see it from the sky coming down. He's not going to just be walking around here saying that he is him. Nah, that's not happening again. You had your chance with that before, and you took him out. This time, he's going to come from a place where you can't touch him, but he can touch you. He can reach down and touch you very easily, so you need to be aware of these things. And I'm sorry that I'm going so in-depth into religion. I know. I might get some thumbs down on this, but you know what? I can't help the messages that are coming through. It's the way that it's going to be today. So, let me get to the card before all you click off. The old earth is exploding. It is our unconscious rushing our earth towards destruction. Now we can glimpse a new world. A luminous earth. A new world made of the stuff we call light. We have been forced to change. Our identification, our habits, our private fixations have grown like a crust around us, threatening to choke us and curb our evolution, which it has. We tried to be masters of nature, masters of the world. And now we find ourselves prisoners of ego, a little body, a dying earth that we ourselves have helped to kill. It is time we face ourselves. It It's ourselves we must first learn to master, which we haven't yet. We haven't yet. We don't really truly know who we are, what we are, how we can raise our vibrations, how we can love and help each other. We have no idea how to do that. We're starting now perhaps to learn just a little, of the powers that we truly have, and that have been toned down by all the stuff we're breathing, the stuff we're eating, the stuff that's been put into our water, so that we don't know our power. We just don't. We need to really wake up. Now we're either on the verge of transformation or explosion. So it's one or the other. Are you going to change? Are you going to raise your vibrations? Or are you going to continue to, delve deeper into the darkness? The time is now. Time is short and requires a choice between a darkness or a light. A deadly past or a brighter future. A choice of the present moment. So we need to stay present. We need to raise our vibrations so that we can ascend to another level. So we're not on this level that is so dark and painful, and it's changing us, one way or the other. So you need to realize that. How we can help that. We can become more like the mother, more nurturing, more loving, more giving, unconditional love, whether the person you're helping gives a shit or doesn't. Whether the cause that you have dedicated some time to or some money to or some items to cares or not, or makes a difference or not, you made a difference by raising your own vibrations, by helping the cause, by giving of your time or giving of your money when you could have used it to go have fun or do something else with it. Eat more food or buy more clothes, or just do something else with the money. Invest it in yourself. But you gave it unconditionally to whomever, to whatever cause it could be. And that's what that means. The Empress. She is the representation of the card, the Empress, where it's abundance. Abundance of love. Abundance of things that you have. People, love. Unconditional love to others, to everyone. Where you have ideas that can bring forth life into the world, into your life. We meet Mary in those we truly love, who love beyond themselves, who care and nourish. We meet the mother in us when we unconditionally give. It would be easier if we were loved by our parents, but some of us grew up without parents. We don't know that paternal love. Some of us have parents that had to work very, very hard, and we didn't see them very often. So again, a lot of that love turned into, well, you have a roof over your head and some food on the table. I love you. That's why I go to work all day and you don't see me. So we're raised by other people, perhaps even abused. So you have to know that at some point, even the most beloved that did have parents that were nurturing and loving, they have to at some point become loving themselves and learn to give love, which some people that have parents and were loved by their parents and given everything, they're very selfish. And they think that they deserve, for everyone else to continue to give them. And they don't know how to truly love unconditionally. And I'm not trying to point the finger at anybody, because there's some of you out there that did have parents and loved you very much, and you know how to give. But some people don't, and I've met some like that. So it's not that I'm talking just to talk. I talk because I've seen, I've felt, and I know that these are things that can actually happen. Some people are selfish, and they don't even realize it. They think that that's just the way that it is. But it isn't. You need to learn that there is a difference. This is the point where immature love, it's immature love. It's not knowing exactly, but eventually things happen to them where they realize that perhaps they're looking at things in the wrong way. Perhaps they're giving love, but it's tainted somehow. It isn't really unconditional. And this is, you learn this. This is something I've learned too. I'm not a saint, and I've had to learn this too, because sometimes you think you're loving a person, you're giving love, you're giving all you got, but it wasn't unconditional love. It wasn't the type of love that was really felt. You were holding back. There was other things involved, and it wasn't pure. It wasn't clean love, That makes a difference in a person's soul. So then you have to go back and you have to try it again. You have to at least apologize or try to give more so that you feel good about what you've done, or what what you've changed, how you've changed. And then the other person can see, that there's a difference, or other people can see that you are different, This is the point when immature love turns to love, which is compassionate and giving. It may be a child or an aging parent, a stranger, who awakens this in us. It doesn't really matter what happens in order to change the way that you view love, or giving, or unconditional love. It doesn't matter what occasion it is that changes our capacity for compassion and mothering, because that is what's going to be put to the test now. So it's time that you realize that, because now is the time to change, to start looking at things from a different perspective, to start seeing the earth on a global level instead of just seeing where you live, what you do, your neighborhood, your home, your job. Start looking at us from an entire global level, all of the human beings on this planet, and trying to help as much as you can. Raise a vibration through unconditional love is the only way that it's going to happen. As we give love with no concern for ourselves, our heart unfolds, and we become aware of that sacred space within us where nothing exists but silence, gratitude, and bliss. Because when we truly love unconditionally and we're giving and giving, there's nothing else. There's gratitude, there's happiness. We feel different. We become a different person. And you don't have to think. I know some people are probably saying, yeah, well, you give, and then people turn around and hurt you, or they don't give a shit. That doesn't matter. That's what unconditional, look up the definition of unconditional. It doesn't matter how the other person sees it. It doesn't matter what they think of you. It doesn't matter if they appreciate it or not. What matters is how you feel. How you as an individual feel. How connected you will feel to the divine. Because you'll feel it in your body. You will feel a pull. You will feel a tug, a tingle that pulls your hair. That you can actually feel like your pants will move. You'll feel like something brushed you, like water falling on you. I'm serious. It's something that you'll be able to feel it. So it doesn't matter how the other people feel. It matters how you feel. And if everyone did it, they would all feel different too. They would feel special. They will feel like they're more connected to the divine. And that's how you feel. How you find the kingdom of God within you, within each of us. There's going to be a lot of indecision perhaps this week. As you're starting to change, you're starting to see things a bit different in your life, and it causes indecision. You want to move forward, you want to do things, you want to change things in your life. But there's also the other people, your family, your friends, co-workers, other people that have touched your lives. So it makes it hard to decide, well, which way to go? What do I do? The doors open when you're to go in a certain direction. If the door remains closed or you find no way out, then that's not the path that you need to take. So you need to know that the indecision is within yourself, and you need to just decide, okay, let me go this way. And if this way doesn't give you the end result that you're looking for, then you know, okay, let me try something different. Okay, because there will be adjacent possibilities to the decisions that you're going to try to make, or in the direction that you're going to want to go now, because of changes that are happening. I mean, come on. If you live on the coast, you're going to want to move inland now. It's only logical. Or eventually the water is going to cover you and end you now, because of the way things are happening. So that's just an example that I'm giving you, a quick one, because I live close to the coast. Not really close. I'm a bit inland, but still. I'm hanging on a peninsula down here at the end of Florida, which is not far from the ocean. The ocean is mighty, and I saw it. I prayed my ass off when that storm was heading right for us like a bowling ball. Okay? And yes, I felt about that big compared to that storm, which was 3 times the size of this state, width-wise. It was going to cover it and go right through us. And it didn't. And then there was that other storm that came right after that and wiped Puerto Rico out. Those people are desperate for anything that you could send their way. Desperate, because shit, they can't even get off the island. You know, it's like, well, we don't have anywhere to go. We don't have any family. Right now, we don't have any possessions, no food, no money, nothing. So they just got wiped out. And I know that, you know, perhaps they could have left when they saw the storm coming, but where do they go? What do they do? You got to have so much money in order to even come this way or anywhere and rent a room or rent a hotel room. Do you know how much money that entails? If you had to get up and move quickly, you got to have some money put away. Some people don't have it, you know. They don't live like millionaires, or they don't have a lot of money to be able to, you know, see a storm coming and say, well, let me go stay in the States for a month, and then I'll come back and see if there's anything left. That just doesn't happen for the regular person. And that's what I'm trying to fight for, the regular person that doesn't have the means to get up and move or do something immediately if they had to, you know. The people that need help, the real people that need help. We need to have more faith in the higher power. As little children, because we are just little children here. Really, we're here learning lessons. We're here experiencing. The true power is beyond our, you know, our comprehension. It isn't beyond our reach. We have to have faith that it exists. This is Mark 11:22, if you want to look it up in the Bible. Messages that are coming in. I flipped this card over on the deck, and then I thought, nah, I'll put it back in there. I shuffled. There it is again. I don't know. So, fire, passion, ideas, movement forward. These are messages that come in from someone either younger or fire signs or someone very creative. This could be messages of movement. Some of you may be getting family members or friends that call you, well, you can move in this area, you can come this way. These are also thoughts of travel. You may be thinking of travel, or just messages, something that's mailed, something that's sent to you via email or a letter that comes, that promises growth, a passion. It could be a new person. It could be according to this card, someone from the past, someone from your childhood, an ex-lover, a soul mate, someone that you knew as a child, so it could be family members. It could be friends that you consider family, that you will get a message from. Perhaps they say, well, why don't you come live over here in this area? Why don't you bring your things over here? Why don't you team up with us? Let's go do something else. I mean, any kind of message. I don't know what it's going to be, but for some of you, it'll be a message that brings forth a lot of creative energy, a spark of fire, of passion, and saying, okay, this is what I've been expecting to hear. This is what I want to do, where I want to go. This offers me a new path, a new direction in life. And there you are, moving towards this new enlightened place in your heart, or actually moving towards, because this is the Fool moving towards more of a spiritual enlightenment, more deeper meaning to their lives, to their relationships, because this is a Cup card. This is about emotions. So you're either moving away to a new place, you're moving towards becoming more enlightened in your life, more of who you truly are, more of your spirit, as opposed to more materialistic. This here could either represent an eclipse, which is the moon and the sun. So the next eclipse that's coming up is going to help you move your life forward in a new direction. This could also represent a month's time when the moon goes from crescent to full. So either you're going to be changing the direction that you are now within the next month, or within the next however many months before there's another eclipse that happens, that changes your emotions, that changes the path that you're on, because you figure, I have 8 cups, but I'm looking for the 9th cup. I'm looking for my felicity, that wish that I have put out there into the universe that could be coming, but I need to move forward. I need to move my life forward. And that could come through family, through childhood memories, through nostalgia, maybe moving back home to where you were before, where you grew up, back to family, teaming up with family, teaming up with children, teaming up with your children. If your children live somewhere else, perhaps you decide, you know what, I'm going to go live with my son, with my daughter, with my grandchildren. I want to support them. I love them, and I want to be there. If anything were to happen, I want to be able to be a rock for them because I love them. So memories from the past, memories from your childhood, memories from your children, which could very well be a message from a child that says, hey, I miss you and I love you. Why don't you come stay with me? Come over here into this area so I can have you closer to me. That brings about a huge transformation. Remember the cards. A transformation needs to occur in our lives for us to be happier. So if you are already living close to your children, then know that you need to offer them more unconditional love, because it will change you. It will change you inside, a core change. You know, for some of you, there has to be a big transformation in the way that you see things, where you are, where you're going, because this card is telling me that it's going to happen for a lot of us, okay? There has to be a huge transformation of the way that we see things, the way that we are living, of our broken hearts, of our losses. This has to change. It has to go away, okay? Because we should. And we have celebrations that are coming up for some of us, okay? Celebrations of the changes that are coming, the new direction that we need to take. So for some of us, this week is going to be filled with new directions, whether it's at work, whether it's family-wise, whether it's the people that you love. Some of us might meet a new person, either a water sign or counselors, because when we have losses in our lives, sometimes we need a counselor to help us to get through it, because we can't make it alone. So for some of you, if you have been affected deeply by some of these changes that are happening in the world at this time, you need to seek out a counselor, someone that can help you balance your emotional life, because that is what the King of Cups is good at doing. He is in control of his emotions, complete control. So he can help. King of Cups are usually priests, they're counselors, they're people that can help you raise your vibration, that can help you balance your emotions so that you're not so emotional, so that you're not affected by these changes in a negative way. It has to be positive, because the changes can be good. They may be purging, they may be disastrous, but sometimes it takes something like that for us to wake up, for us to realize, well, shit, we've been caught in the wheel, in that little hamster wheel. We need to jump out and kind of savor our lives. The present moment is very important, that we live in the present, that we do as much as we can each and every single day, you know, because it's the way it is. We may work hard with these new changes that are coming about, and a lot of people are going to be upset, you know, at you for making the changes or for doing what you got to do, but you got to do what you got to do, you know. Just know that when the door opens, walk through it, because that is the way that it's being told us. The Empress, again, abundance, love, Venus. Where is Venus in your chart? Where is Venus going next? It's going into, well, I'm not sure where Venus is going. I know where the Sun is going, which is already in Libra. I'm not sure if Venus is there as well. But that, I think it's one of their planets. So, relationships. The balance of relationships. Being indecisive cannot continue. You need to find a balance for your relationships, for love. Because now we're going into the sign of Libra, or the Sun is already there. It's already begun. So we need to focus on relationships with ourselves, with people that we love, our family members, old relationships, the new up and coming relationships that are not here yet. But we need to prepare for all of these things. We need to find a balance between our physical life, our finances, you know, what we do, our families, and our love. Love for self and love for others. So there has to be relationships that we have in our lives in order to be able to express or even see that reflection that we need to see in order to work on ourselves, you know, make ourselves better, stronger. There has to be more compassion in our lives for others, For ourselves too, we need to start with being compassionate to ourselves. Negative self-talk or thinking or patterns that have to be broken. But compassion towards others, constantly. I see and feel others' points of view with forgiveness and kindness. So if you have communications from people from the past or family members or people that you love, be compassionate with the things that they tell you, because we're all fighting the same battle. We're all trying to work on ourselves. We're trying to grow spiritually, karmically. We have a lot of karmic relationships from past lives that hurt us because we don't understand what's happening when we are meeting them, when we're going through the motions of the relationship with them, because they are our reflection. They're trying to help us and we're trying to help them, but we don't know this. This is learned with time and fire, you know, with experience, with knowledge, learning more each and every single day. Don't stop learning. You need to get out as well into nature, because the angels are saying, hey, you need to get out and get some fresh air, because too much air-conditioned air or recycled air is clogging your mind and your thoughts and your lungs. You need to get out, breathe some fresh air, get out in nature, pray while you're out in nature. Show nature that you love it. If you go to the park and you see a bunch of garbage, take a bag with you, pick it up, put it in the garbage can. You tell the earth how sweet and lovely it is and how lovely you want it to look and how beautiful you think it is as you're picking up that garbage. The earth is it's a living planet. It hears you, it feels you, it sees that you're trying to help clean up its life a little bit, and it'll help clean up yours, because it's a give and take thing. You know, actions, they speak louder than words. You got to remember that. For those of you that are planning on moving or doing changes in your life, the big transformation that has to happen in all of our lives, there has to be a strategy. You need to write things down so that you don't forget certain steps or certain things that you'll be doing this week that are important, that you write them all down so that you knock them out. And as you do one thing, cross it off the list and look at the next thing on your list, because it's going to become important that we start writing things down so that we don't forget the important things that will happen during the week, okay? And again, the miracle of prayer. How important it is to pray. I think I started off with that, but here it is in the card. Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So a lot of prayers that you guys have been putting out there is going to be answered. They're going to be answered because the universe has heard your plea for help, and they will assist you in one way or the other. Perhaps it won't come in the picture that you have envisioned for it, but it will come in the way that will be the best for you, and you will see it in the future. You will see it later when you look back and go, oh, I asked for this and I got that, but that is what truly has helped me because of X, Y, and Z. You will see that when your prayers are answered, in the way that they were answered was the very best way that they could have been answered, okay? For some of you, teaming up with others is going to grant you what you have wished for, okay? Turning your back on the past, so you're not worried about what happened back then, and worried about today. The seeds that you have put out there, what you have sent out, have they returned? Have you been applying for other jobs? Has another job called you? Is there a direction? Is there a door that's opening? Are you trying to move? Has any of that come back? Any messages saying, okay, look, here's a place you need to look at, or here's another situation that perhaps you hadn't thought of? Be sure you research everything and write everything down. For some of you, that strategy could be signing a contract. Be sure that you read the fine print. It could be also a job, a promotion at work. Be careful with the details. Make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into if they offer you a promotion at work. Anything that you need to sign, you need to read, okay, very carefully. Here, this card is saying you need to team up with other people. You need to team up with at least 3 other people in order to achieve the dreams that you have, the wishes that you have put out there to the universe. There's other directions that you may go. This also represents travel. So some of you may be traveling in order to achieve the dream. Out of your comfort zone. Perhaps what you are looking for isn't in the place that you are looking. It's further up, further away from you. You may need to travel in order to achieve the happy, romantic life that you want, the family you want, the home that you're trying to achieve. It isn't where you're looking, it's further up the road. You need to look within as well, so that you know exactly what you want to do and follow your own guidance. You are your best guide. Okay, you have the light to shine for others. So be sure that you follow your guidance, and then you lead as a leader, you know, to achieve what you want with your home, with your family, with your aging parents, if you have them, or this could be your guide that's helping you with your relationship, but moving into a bigger home so that you can live with your family. Maybe some of your dreams. Some of you, that's not the point. Okay, some of you, it's just a stable employment, better employment that gives you more money so that you can actually move from one place to another. Perhaps that's what you're looking for. Well, this card says that you can get it, but you need to work very hard. You need to apply in other areas where you haven't applied yet. Because for some of you, you're saying, well, I want to move, but I don't have enough money to do so. A different job may help you with that. One that's more stable, more traditional, working for the state, for the city, for the government. Those type of jobs, because you can go from one place to another and still continue in the same type of work. So they offer more stability. They also offer more work. It's harder work, but it's a different way to perhaps look at things that maybe you haven't seen it. Alright guys, I'm going to do the interactive part. Oh my god, this reading is very long. I want to thank you guys for all of the donations that you have been giving to my channel. For those of you that have contacted me for a reading, thank you. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I will extend the special reading price indefinitely, so you don't have to worry about that price changing for a little while. But yes, thank you. And I'm sorry I didn't say it before. It's just that I was so caught up with the channeled messages that nothing was going to stop me from all of that. It was just too strong. But know that there is hope for us in the future. We just have to change our mindset. We have to raise our vibration so that we're vibrating a little higher than all of this disaster that's down here, okay? On the lower levels, on the third dimension. We need to raise ourselves up to the fourth or the fifth, where this stuff isn't happening there. And you guys may not believe it, but it's true, okay? We need to raise our vibrations. The fates. So we have our wishes that we have put out there, and the universe is going to bring us some things that we have wished for, okay? There's a higher power behind us, behind everything that we do, that we think, that we say, and they're helping us. They're going to help us change and move our life forward towards nothing but rainbows and milk and honey. So we're going to be blessed with some really wonderful things. Keep your thoughts positive and believe that this is so that it does come. Chop wood. You're going to work hard. You need to erase, get away, change all of the things that are not working in your life. Sweep them away, move them away, chop wood, work very, very hard and diligently in order to change your life, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen because there's a higher power that's going to help you with that. All right, let's go with the channeled message before I'm not able to upload this video because it's too long. Okay, A, B, and C. Last but not least, A, B, C. Look at my message. Be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. right. For those of you that chose A. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to the situation. A miracle is coming your way. Keep your faith and your trust going because something wonderful is about to happen. There's going to be a perfect solution to the situation that you're struggling with or that you're in or that you want to change or transform in your life. Hallelujah. Spiritual gifts. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. You have gifts that you have been given by the divine, that you were born with. You need to use them in order to move your life forward. Notice them, practice them, use them so that you can move your life forward in the direction that you want. Deeper knowing. You have messages that come to you and you have no idea how they come into your mind. Okay? There's a deeper knowing. You're a wise soul. So you have your guides that are really helping you when you sleep at night. When you wake up, you kind of know stuff and you don't know how you know it. But that's what it is. There's a deeper knowing and it's coming from your angels, from your guides. So move with it. Follow your divine guidance because it's going to help you a lot. Nothing shall be impossible to you. Believe, have a faith that's like a rock. For those of you that chose B. Present moment. I am fully present in the here and now. Stay in the present moment. Do not allow your thoughts to go to the past or into the future too far because the present moment is the gift that's been given to us. And here is where you'll see when the doors open which direction to take, which way to go. So don't worry because everything will be shown to you. Again, manifesting miracles. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. Miracles are coming your way. You will be assisted. So don't fear. A leg up. Help anyone that you can. When there's someone, if they ask you for help or you know there's a family member or someone that you love or someone close to you that could use some assistance, don't hesitate. Help them as much as you can. There's, of course, boundaries and limits to what we can do for other people, but we can always assist. Even a kind word, a hug, a kiss, $1, split a sandwich with somebody. There's many things that we can do. Do it because you will be blessed with the miracles that will come your way. And have faith. Have a lot of faith in the divine power that is. For those of you that chose C, God. Well, we got some killer cards, people. I step out of the way and surrender any need of control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me in this situation. Again, miracles, assistance from the divine. You're not alone and you're not going to be. So the changes that you're trying to make in your life or the direction, the improvements, whatever it is, you have assistance from the divine. Believe, have faith, be grateful for the help that's coming. Count your blessings, the universe and angels for the blessing in your life. Thank you. Thank the universe for all the blessings that it has bestowed on you. Believe me, there are miracles that are coming for all of you. Everyone who chose A, B, or C, it doesn't matter. All three of the piles have the same kind of cards. There's blessings that are coming for us because we believe, because we want to help, because we want to change things. There is a regeneration happening in all of our lives. And in your lives especially, it's starting from the ground up. Everything is going to die to start again. So keep it in mind that there's new life coming. There's a new direction. There's new passion in your life. Stick with it. And always pray. This is very, very helpful. I salute you guys. Namaste. I love you all for having even listened to this video that has become so long. But I can't help myself. I have to do what my guidance is telling me to do because I love you. I love the divine. I love my angels and my guides around me. And I especially love Jesus. So, bye. Have a wonderful week. Leave your comments down below. Thumbs up. And I'll talk to you soon.